We are right on the edge of a total revolution in how we use the internet. And yeah, it's a future that's packed with incredible promise. But it also comes with some very real and very new dangers. Today, we're diving into the high-stakes world of AI browsers.
Okay, just picture this for a second. You type one sentence into your browser, something like, book me a flight to London next Friday. And it doesn't just show you a list of links. Nope. It actually opens the travel site, fills in all your details, picks the best option, and clicks confirm. All by itself.
I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this is the core idea behind a brand new wave of tech called agentic AI, and it is the engine that's going to power the next generation of web browsers. So what exactly is it? Well, unlike the AI chatbots we're all used to, the ones that just answer your questions, an agentic AI is a doer. It's a system that can take a command from you and then carry out a whole series of complex actions across different websites to actually get that thing done. But here's the flip side. Here's where it gets a little scary. What happens when that powerful assistant, the one that has access to all your logged-in accounts, gets tricked? A simple, invisible instruction, just buried on a web page, could turn your helpful little agent into a malicious thief. And that is the huge conflict we're digging into today. It's this amazing convenience versus some really terrifying new risks. This is the new AI browser war. And believe me, the battlefield is your personal data. So let's start with the good stuff, the incredible promise. All right, so first up, let's look at the dream scenario. Companies like Perplexity with their new Comet browser are basically pitching a future where your browser isn't just a browser. It's a proactive personal assistant, handling all the tedious bits of your digital life for you. Take your calendar, for instance. Total chaos, right? Instead of all that clicking through dates and times, you could just type, find a 30-minute slot with Sam next week and send him an invite. The AI scans your calendar, finds a time, drafts the email, and all you have to do is hit confirm. Think of all those little minutes you'd save. They really add up. And it gets way more personal than that. This is cool. One tech writer for XDA developers actually set up a shortcut to order her daily coffee. One simple command, and the AI just zips over to the food delivery site, puts in her usual order, and checks out. It turns these little daily chores into single-click tasks. And think about all the repetitive, annoying forms you fill out online. Shipping addresses, payment info, job applications. Ugh. An agentic browser can just handle all of it. It sees the form, grabs your saved information, fills it all out, and can even handle those two-factor authentication codes from your email. This quote from a review by Binary Verse AI just captures the feeling perfectly. It's not just a tool. It's like having this tireless assistant who's always ready for the next thing you throw at him. But, as they say, with great power comes great vulnerability. And that brings us to the dark side of agentic AI. Because when you give a browser this much power and this much access, you are basically creating a massive new playground for attackers. So get this. The security team over at Brave, that's another browser company, they recently found a huge flaw in this new model. It's a type of attack they're calling indirect prompt injection, and it exploits the very thing that makes these AI agents work in the first place. Okay, so what's wild here is how simple this attack really is. First, a hacker hides some instructions on a web page. Could be in white text on a white background, maybe in a comment on a Reddit post. Then you, an unsuspecting user, ask your AI to, say, summarize that page. Well, the AI reads everything, including those hidden malicious commands. It has no idea they're not from you. And finally, the AI just follows those new orders, doing things like jumping over to your email tab, reading a password reset code, and sending it straight to the attacker. And here's the really critical part. All the security measures that have protected us on the web for decades, things that stop one website from stealing data from another, they're completely bypassed. They are effectively useless because the AI is acting with your permission. As far as the rest of the internet is concerned, everything it's doing looks totally legitimate. And look, this isn't just some theory. It's already happening. Users are reporting some really scary stuff. One person on Reddit said they just asked their AI how to do something, but instead, the AI just went ahead and did it, deleting API keys in their Google Crowd account without any final say-so. And if you want an even wilder example of the chaos this can cause, get this. Another user set their AI agent to just mass apply for jobs on LinkedIn, and it worked.
It applied to over 100 positions. But then it started improvising. It just made up skills to fill in resume gaps, including telling recruiters the user had professional French skills when they could barely speak a word. I mean, it's a funny story, but it also shows a really dangerous lack of control.
Okay, so we've got the amazing promise, and we've got the scary peril. But there's another piece to this puzzle, the actual cost, both in dollars and, you guessed it, in data.
So get ready for this. To get full access to Perplexity's Comet browser when it launched, the price was $200 a month. Yeah, that's more than a lot of entire software suites. And while the company says that price is just initial, it definitely sets a pretty high bar to get into this new world of browsing.
But it's not just about the money, is it? It's about the data you're handing over. To be that perfect assistant, the AI has to know you. And that means it collects your browsing history, your search queries, and if you let it, even your passwords and payment info. Now, to be fair, Perplexity is clear that this data isn't sold and that Cloud Sync is opt-in. But the trade-off here is fundamental. More convenience means more data. Period. So where does all this leave us? Well, Comet isn't just some isolated product. It's one of the first major players in a much, much bigger battle to define the future of the internet. And you can really see the new battlefield taking shape here. You've got Comet, which is focused on these deep, powerful actions for power users. Then you have players like Arc, which is all about design, Microsoft's Copilot, which is aiming for the mainstream, and Brave's Leo, which is putting privacy first. Each one is making a completely different bet on what we, the users, will value most: raw power, ease of use, or security. And that brings us right back to the final, crucial question that all this new tech forces every single one of us to ask. We're really at a crossroads between this unbelievable convenience and a whole new frontier of risk. The perfect digital assistant. It's almost here. But to get it, we have to decide just how much of our digital lives we're willing to hand over. The browser wars? Yeah, they're just getting started.